There is something I've noticed lately. Every time you open social media, someone is selling a new body, a smaller waist, a bigger bum, a perfect curve, a better version of themselves. And quietly, almost weekly now, another headline appears. Woman dies after cosmetic surgery. We scroll past it. We sigh. Then we keep scrolling. But today, I want to tell you a story because behind those headlines, there was always a life, a name, a family, a dream. This is the story of Amara. Amara was not unhappy, at least. That's what everyone thought. She was 36 years old, married for 11 years, and mother of 2 beautiful children. She worked part-time at a pharmacy, loved cooking on Sundays, and never missed her daughter's school assemblies. She had what many would call an ordinary life, but ordinary doesn't mean secure, and love doesn't always mean assurance. Her husband, Daniel, had changed slowly, so slowly she almost didn't notice. It started with longer hours at work, then password changes on his phone, then late night laughter at messages he wouldn't share. Amara ignored the signs at first. Marriage had seasons, she told herself, until one evening, while looking for a photo on the family tablet, a notification appeared, a message from a woman, then another, and another. Women with perfectly sculpted bodies, tiny waist, wide hips, photos taken at gyms, on beaches, in tight dresses that hugged curves Amara no longer recognized in herself. Her chest tightened. She didn't cry immediately. Instead, she compared her stomach after 2 pregnancies, the stretch marks she once called warrior lines, the softness around her waist. That night, she stood in front of her mirror longer than usual, and for the first time in years, she didn't see a mother. She saw competition. Daniel apologized when confronted. He said the affairs meant nothing. He said men were weak sometimes. He said he still loved her. But apologies don't erase images burned into the mind. From that day, Amara began noticing bodies everywhere. At the supermarket, on Instagram, on television, everywhere she looked, the same shape appeared. Exaggerated curves celebrated as beauty. Then one evening, while scrolling, she saw a transformation video. Before, after, a Brazilian butt lift. BBL. The comments read, "You look amazing. Body goals. Best decision ever." And beneath the video, a sentence that stayed with her. "Invest in the body you deserve." That night, she searched prices. At first, it felt ridiculous, so she laughed at herself. But the idea didn't leave. She imagined Daniel looking at her the way he once did. She imagined walking into a room confident again. She imagined silence replacing insecurity. The clinic photos looked professional. The surgeon's page was filled with smiling women, testimonials, discounted packages, payment plan. It's safe, the website promised. It's life-changing. And slowly, the question changed. Not should I do this, but why shouldn't I? She didn't tell many people. Only one friend who hesitated but didn't want to judge her. Daniel said, "If it makes you happy, do it." Those words felt like permission, but they were also a distance disguised as support. Amara booked the surgery abroad because it was cheaper, she told herself. Thousands of women did it every year. She told herself she deserved confidence. She told herself this will fix everything. The morning of the surgery, she sent voice notes to her children. "Be good for daddy." She laughed softly. "I'll be back before you know it." She took a selfie in the hospital gown. Nervous smile, hopeful eyes. She posted nothing online. This was her surprise transformation, her new beginning. The process lasted hours. A BBL involves removing fat from one part of the body and injecting it into the buttocks. It sounds simple when explained quickly, but it is one of the most dangerous cosmetic surgeries in the world because fat can enter the bloodstreams and block vital organs. Amara didn't know the statistics. She only knew the promises. Halfway through recovery, something felt wrong. Her breathing became heavy. Her chest tightened. The nurses reassured her it was normal. But minutes later, alarms filled the room. Doctors rushed in. Voices shouted instructions. And somewhere between fear and fading consciousness, Amara realized something terrifying. She might never go home. Her children were at school when Daniel received the call. Complications, emergency, critical condition, then another call, shorter, quieter, final. The transformation she chased never came. Instead of welcoming their mother home, her children stood beside a white coffin. Friends whispered the same sentence again and again. She was already beautiful, but those words arrived too late. Here's the part that hurts the most. Amara didn't hate herself before. She simply forgot her worth when comparison became louder than self-love. She believed love had to be earned through appearance. She believed changing her body would change how she was valued. But the truth is this: a body cannot fix betrayal. Surgery cannot heal insecurities planted by someone else's actions. And risking your life will never guarantee acceptance. Today, BBL surgeries are rising rapidly across the world, and so are complications and deaths. Many women are not chasing vanity. They are chasing validation. They are chasing confidence. They are choosing the feeling of being enough. But listen carefully. If someone makes you feel inadequate in your natural body, the problem is not your body. It is the environment you are standing in. Your stretch marks tell stories. Your softness tells history. Your body has carried stress, joy, children, survival, growth. It is not unfinished. It is not wrong. It is not waiting to become worthy. You already are. Confidence does not come from changing your shape. It comes from changing your relationship with yourself, from setting boundaries, from refusing comparison, from understanding that trends change every decade, but your life is permanent. No surgery should cost your existence. No beauty standards should risk your children losing their mother. No partner's preference should outweigh your safety. If you are considering changing your body because you feel pressured, pause and ask yourself, who am I trying to become enough for? And then ask a deeper question. Why do I believe I'm not enough already? Because the most powerful transformation is not surgical. It is emotional. It is mental. It is learning to stand in your own skin without apology. Amara's story is fictional, but her story happens every day. And maybe today, someone listening needed this reminder. You do not need a new body to deserve love. You do not need approval to feel beautiful, and you should never gamble your life to meet a temporary trend. Choose yourself, protect your life, love the body that has carried you this far, because being alive, healthy, and whole is already more beautiful than perfection. Have a brilliant day. Until I meet you again in my next video. Bye.